Hi everyone, Eileen here from the design team. My video tutorial today, called Birthday Wishes, features the beautiful fairy called Sky, along with a leaf from our Sticker Stencils set and one of my favourite Lavinia Stamps stencils called Buds. Right, let me show you how I created this card. I have a couple of sheets of copy paper and a piece of Lavinia Stamps multifarious cardstock in white, and this is 12 centimetres by 12 centimetres. The leaf stencil from, and this is the negative image, there's a positive image as well, you get both. And this I'm going to position on the side of my card, going up the right hand edge. I don't want it right to the top though, so let's see how I do this. I'm putting the stencil underneath the cardstock here, sort of it grips it there, and then I'm using some Sweet Poppy Stencils stencil tape just to give it a little bit more security on the sides. Swig of coffee, it's early in the morning. I'm going to do this in blue, so Lavinia Stamps Stencil Brush in blue. And I'm using archival ink, French Ultramarine. You can use any inks you like. And just going through the stencil. Is a very quick card, this one. There we are. And then moving the stencil around, but I'm just going to give it a quick wipe with some kitchen towel, not wet cloth, just want to wipe off any surplus ink. And then popping this on, and now I'm going across the card and at an angle still, like so, trying to get this underneath the card. That's better. And then that's it, over to the, make sure you can see this. Oh yeah, you can. Sorry about the squeaky chair. Over to the right hand side of your card. And then I'm bringing in chrome yellow, archival again, another Lavinia Stamps brush. These brushes are soft. They don't shed all their bristles. They've got a domed top, which I find really useful. Gives a nice soft blend. You're going to get green tones with this, of course, as the yellow hits the blue. So that's a bit of a bonus as far as I'm concerned. Now I want to take it over. On my original card, let me show you. On my original card, the yellow stopped at the bottom there, and then I went on with the next stencil, but I want to move it over a little bit more on this one. Just a tiny amount of stencil going across the bottom. Again in the yellow, so I've extended it a bit. But I'll do it a slightly less pressure on the stencil brush will give me a lighter shade. So, and then that way you can, if you vary the depth of colour, it does add interest to your design. And I do that by not so much pressure on the brush. Okay, so I've finished with this. And now I'm going to bring in Buds. I adore this stencil. It's quite bold and dramatic. Now, I need a lot of white space, both on the left-hand side. I'm going to have a bit, but mainly on the top of the card. So I'm bringing the stencil down to around about there. Sweet Poppy stencil tape again to hold it, and archival ink, Rose Madder. Lavinia Stamps Stencil Brush. And then along the bottom, I'm going to put, just quickly flicking up, right the way across the bottom. And I'm adding a couple of layers of pink to this. So it's quite bold with the colour scheme at the bottom. But as I go up the card, less pressure on the brush so that I get a softer look. A softer, gentle look. Just a whisper of the pink going up. And then as I'm coming over, avoid this hard line at the top. You don't want to go anywhere near that. Coming over, let's have a look, see what I've got. Oh yeah, that's fine. Oops. So I don't think I need any more. I think that Buds stencil has got its 5 minutes of fame. There's quite a bit of it there. Now, this is the good bit as well. I'm enjoying this. I hope you are too. Stamp press. And this is my Misty. I'm popping that down into the corner. And using Sky. She's such a lovely fairy, this one. And she's quite strong in the sense that it is a solid silhouette stamp. So she really will take centre stage, and that's what I'm after. So down she goes, about centimetre up from the bottom. Yeah, something like that. And she's got this cute little bird here as well. Just making sure she's sitting comfortably. Right. Down we go. Versifying Clear Nocturne. It's a lovely fluid ink. This, in my opinion, the best for stamping. Versifying Onyx Black, very similar, same company. So I would use both of them, but Nocturne, I like the shape of the pad. So much easier to use. Right. Nice and covered with the ink. Checking fingers. Over we go. And again, I'm using a pressure tool here. As I'm getting older, my hands aren't quite as adaptable as they used to be for stamping. So this gizmo helps. You can get lots of them. I've seen a lot of homemade pressure tools, as I've called them, because I don't know what their real name is. But I've seen a lot of homemade ones, you know, with the tops of the Yankee candles. Seems like a good plan to me. Right. Oh yeah, she looks really good, but I haven't got all the dots there that I would like. So I'm going to stamp her again. Put more ink on that wing area. And let's hope that I've solved the problem. Yep. Bit more pressure in that area with the wings. It's a lovely design, and all those little dots do add to it. Ah, that's good. Right, got them now. Okay. Take this out. This is one of those Sizzix sticky sheets. I do find it so useful in my Misty than just relying on the magnets. Okie dokie. Right, I do need now my heat gun. Oh no, I don't. Sorry. As you were, I've got to go back to the Misty. I've got to stamp the sentiment. So I thought I might as well use the Misty while it was around. So pop that back on. Remove Sky. And I'm using Birthday Wishes, and it's from the Lavinia Stamps Heartfelt Verses Sentiment Set. You get 4 sentiments in this set. Birthday Wishes is one of them. So, popping that down around about here, I think. Yeah, about there. Making sure it's straight. Now, just checking on the grid of the Misty now that it is straight. So, making note of the line and then just repositioning it slightly. Yep, looks straight to me. Not too much pressure, because it's a word and you don't really want to put too much pressure on it because it's quite delicate. Oh, look, great. I'll give that a quick wipe over. I just use a mild detergent and water on my stamps, never a stamp cleaner. Okay, I've got a couple of marks here. To be absolutely honest, I think it's from my nail varnish. Do you get that? Oh, I think it might be a good idea not to do my nails. Anyway, got my eraser, and that actually has removed them. So I'm okay. While I'm here, and I've got some copy paper, I'm just going to go over to make sure that Sky is dry. And she is. Oh, she's come out so well. She's lovely. Right, we're nearly finished. So, I've got some enamel accents in black. I'm going to apply those. But before I do, I'm going to go around the edges with a Sharpie. Those of you that are sensitive, close your eyes now. You can use a ruler for this and do it at the beginning if you want, before you even start the card. That is always a good plan. I like living on the edge. All right, sorted. And then the final thing is to put down a few dots of this, just making sure it's flowing okay. So I'm going to follow the sort of the curves of the bud stencil. Don't want the dots to be too big, so 3 there, and then I'll have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, getting smaller as we go along, and then over the other side maybe to match 1, 2, 3. Right. I think that that will do me. And the next thing you need is a card blank. And that will be, now I did make one, 14.5 by 14.5 centimetres. And it's 10th fold. And again, it's multifarious cardstock in white to match. I'm not going to go around the edges of this. I'm just going to use this black edge as the frame. Pop that into the card. I'm not going to glue it down because my accents, enamel accents, aren't dry, so it would be bad news to try that. So I'm going to bring back my board. Pop that over there. Down there very gently. Standing up. Whoops, going out of shot. That's not a good look. There we are. And then this one. So here's the one that I made earlier. And my demonstration project. The pink in this one is better, actually. I quite like it. I think I've got more depth in that pink. But all in all, it's about the same, isn't it? So thank you so much for being with me. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.